Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time zone you happen to be in, and welcome to Taiwan Season Online Symposium 2020. I'm UK arts journalist Donald Hutera, and I've been hosting all of the sessions and will be hosting all of the sessions during this mammoth month of weekly discussions online. Uh, the way this works is every Tuesday, I have an informal chat with one of the four choreographers whose work was meant to be seen for all of August at either Dance Base or Summer Hall in Edinburgh. There are a couple of clips during this chat that we'll be having, and you are most welcome to ask any questions during the live broadcast. That broadcast will be repeated on the following Thursday. So if you know anybody who you think might want to watch this and will enjoy it, then tell them that it's being repeated on Thursday. On Wednesdays and Fridays, there is a two-part themed webinar with experts in artistic practice, production, people who know what they're talking about, both from Taiwan and from abroad. This week, and I will tell you more about this later, the focus is on cross-cultural collaboration and in the context of live art. And for those, we would encourage you to register. All of this is accessible on the Taiwan Season 2020 Online Symposium websites. So without further ado, let's get to today's discussion. And I would like to welcome from backstage onto the virtual stage the choreographer Nai-Hsuan Yang of Les Petites Choses Production to talk about fighters. Come on board.
Hello.
Hello. So where are you? What time is it? And how are you?
Okay. Hello everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. I'm Nai-Hsuan Yang. It's quite difficult to pronounce you, so you can call me Sunny. I'm now with my crew in Taichung National Theater. So we're gonna have a special event called the Silent Disco for Taichung citizens this weekend.
And where is Taichung in terms of Taiwan?
In the middle of Taiwan, there'll be three main cities of Taiwan.
But you live in Taipei, is that right?
Yes. Yeah, the capital is in Taipei, and also we have actually we have Taipei, Taichung, and Kaohsiung. And now I'm in the middle of Taiwan.
Great. Good. So tell me, before we start talking about fighters, let's talk about you as much as possible. How did you start your dance career, and why did you want to enter this funny world of dance?
Okay. Okay. I think it's a quite interesting question. I started to choreograph since 2012. I'm kind of like experiencing a broken relationship in that year. So I find out dance is a way to else and the best way to explain myself well. I also had an opportunity to present my first full-length theatrical work. So it all happened in that year, and I just start this journey.
But when did you begin, training, or what kind of training did you do, or did you go to dance schools, or what was that path? I'm just curious about that, if you can, please.
Actually, I started my first dance class just because I had a curving back. So my mom think that would be perfect if I can go to the ballet class to kind of correct my back, more stretchful, something like that. But actually, I had my professional training since I was a high school student from 15 and until now, for like 25 years. Oh my God.
You don't look a day over 16, so
Okay,
it's okay.
thank you very much. I like the English people much more now.
No, but can I just say that as an old timer myself,
Yes.
let's embrace getting older. So maturity and wisdom and experience. I know you have all of that already. No matter what the numbers tell us.
Thank you very much. Merci beaucoup.
Mon plaisir. So we're going to talk French now. No. Anyway, why do you call the company Les Petites Choses Production? Why a French name?
Okay, actually, it's kind of stupid. I mean, no, because I think the very first beginning when I had my first freelance production, we need an official name of the company, and I remember the designer for all the symbol and all the
Logos.
Yeah, logos. I mean, the designer was starting in France, so he kind of suggests. I think Les Petites Choses Production is more like worldwide name. That once if we can travel in Europe, that would be perfect. It's very stupid. I know.
It's not stupid. It's not stupid. But what I'm curious about, Nai-Hsuan, is did you have any other possible names that you rejected? What were the reject names?
A reject name. You mean for the company?
Yeah. What did you decide? What did you think about calling it? And then you said, no, not that one.
No. Actually, I'm trying to avoid. Like a blah 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 dance company, because I think I'm more into like collaborate with different artists. So I think production, this word, is much suitable for myself. So I think like Les Petites Choses Production is, I think it's the first thing like from my designer and just came to my mind. So I just decided. So I didn't spend too much time to think about it.
Yeah. Well, it's a very elegant name. So how do you describe your work generally?
I would say playful and diverse. Maybe let's take a look of the clip one.
Okay, good. See you in a bit, folks.
欢迎大家来到虎爷台湾舞蹈平台。今仔日要为你带来节目是五虎将。哇，现在你啊，小国内公家这个电空空呀！喂，丢你呀！员工啊，买个地哥来看我啦。来按这个来给我报告了吼。我来地瓜向电下去，哎，对，哎呦啊，到底，哎，哦，对，哦，1 2 3 4。 关注我，然后大牛将行多边讲的，如果我感觉，就是爱有看像中这款的人物，伊啊，也对讲到年岁相同的面貌，如果有一日到你的面头。
Hello.
Hello.
I think playful and diverse is those are good words to use. So in just a bit, we'll talk in more depth about
Yes.
fighters, and also audience, if you have any questions, please ask them and they will reach us, and they may even be put on screen. But what do you think, Nai-Hsuan, are essential qualities that a dance artist has to have?
For now, I would say independence, faith, self-awareness, or sense of care, and definitely the sense of humor.
And you mentioned before about collaboration and how important that is to you.
Yes.
Why is that important to you, and what kind of a maker of art does that make you, the collaboration? And do you have any examples of collaborations you have done?
I think it's just because I know I'm not the ideal dancer type, but I do have the passion for dance and education. I had a amazing time during my school years. My professor always encouraged me all the time and gave me the hope. So I think that is when I was determined to be a dance artist. And after that, I have been teaching in a high school for 13 years. I observed my students out around me in terms of their diverse backgrounds and life situations. It kind of opened my heart and allowed me to embrace people who have different ideas. Then I also find out everyone needs a chance to prove themselves to become who they are, just like I did for many years. So I guess I'm the one who has the talent, maybe, and sense to discover what a dancer is good at and try to make them shine. I would like to consider myself a diverse dance artist. I guess just because street dance was not encouraged when I was a high school student. So I'm now chasing my hip hop dream after I graduated. I believe I like dance and not just for specific styles. I also had practiced modern dance, ballet, street dance, jazz, and among others. And my dancers have also like diverse techniques and physicalities too. That's why I created fighters. My dancers have learned from each other and shared the skills with us. So the interchange in the communication of various embodied cultures by the genre of dance makes me feel fresh and alive.
And you mentioned teaching and students, young people, but
Yes.
you also teach all ages, I think, and you do something called Monday School.
Yes, Monday School.
What is that?
Basically, it's kind of like we are trying to do the community engagement. We had the Monday School on the street actually, but it's not just about the street dance. It's just about dance happen on the street, and everybody can join. It's for all levels, and then you don't need to You don't have to sign for the class. You don't have to pay for the class. But if you like the class, you can donate. So I think now we have this for 5 years. And also, we just had the Monday school in Taichung yesterday.
Is it only ever done on a Monday, or do you cheat a little bit and do it on other days?
Like last September, I had a once experience in Bulgaria. We had Monday school in one dance week. It's a dance festival. It happened on Saturday and Sunday. It's just kind of like ideal, and the spirit kind of like artists for everybody. And then and we had these ideas from Monday practice, and we try to organize it. So then we try to make it happen on Monday, just because everybody said that kind of we have the Monday blue. So I think a dance can save us from Monday blue.
And Monday school is, when you're touring, it is something that you offer if a venue or a location wants you to do it. You'll do that community outreach activity,
Yes, definitely. I think if I have actually every idea is in my mind. And also, I think my team, the Les Petites Choses Production, is very important. We kind of combine the different ideas and kind of like upgrade by times. So and we will see how people really need, especially like now, like COVID-19, everything kind of changed. So we kind of make it smaller this time, because we have to we have to keep everything on the list and make it safer. But usually we have 70 to 100 people once in the class.
And is that class indoors and outdoors?
We can have both. It depends on the venue. It depends on the venue. But now, like just like I say, we kind of have some like this year, because the COVID-19, we only have 20 people this time indoor, but with the mask. And then, but I think I hope everything gets better next year. So I'm also welcome, like as much as more people can join. I remember once we had 1,500 at a time on the square of National Theatre. It was super crazy.
How do you handle doing an outdoor class for 1,500 people?
By microphone. And so that's why I said my team is super important, because we have 12 dancers, but it's kind of more like a collaboration. So I think because some boys in my team, they are street dancers, so I think they know street much better than me. We have many discussion about how to invite people into Monday school. So I think that they really help Monday school a lot.
And we have a question from somebody who's watching,
really?
asking about, to go back to the collaboration. Is it difficult to collaborate with other artists and groups which have different styles or tones to Les Petites Choses production? What challenges are there?
Wow. I don't know. I'm kind of into that kind of challenge. I never thought about it.
Maybe it's not difficult for you then.
I think
you negotiate things easily in terms of artist choices.
No, I think it's not like easy for me, but I think it's kind of like that makes me feel excited. Like sometimes I think at the very first beginning I work with theatrical performers. I really learned something from them. Like when they my favorite choreographer Pina Bosch, they always talk about the motif to move and to dance. And when I had the experience to work with those theatrical people, they give me the same feedback, they are kind of talking about the motivation. So I really learned a lot from them. And after that, sometimes I work with elder people, and of course young generation, and also street dance people. And like the last 2 months, I also work with Chinese opera actors. So I don't think it's kind of very difficult for me, but it's kind of I will kind of transform, like learning new things from them. So I don't really feel difficult.
I think you're very adaptable. You adapt.
Thank you very much.
So now we can talk about fighters, if
Yes.
you're ready. So what were the sources? What kind of influences did fighters have? I know there's a piece of classical Chinese literature,
Yes.
and then also the soundtrack was quite important. So do you want to talk about those two things and anything else that influenced?
Okay. Because just because my team, we had half of them are street dancers and the other are contemporary dancers. So I'm kind of looking for the sound to combine the two dance backgrounds dancers together. So I think I'm really inspired. I mean, the choreography fighters was definitely inspired by the Taiwanese music group San Zhen Xian Yi. And I finally find out, find the sound which combined the texture and with street dance and contemporary dance that made me feel like super excited. So I just decided to make this work like right away. And at the same time, the composer is kind of like my teacher. So he's allowed me to use this music. And I think they are kind of love this choreography in 2018. And of course, I have to say big thank you to Weiwei National Cultural Center for the Arts because they're fully support to make this production happen. And I guess it's still a long way to do more. So that's why we can have the chance to Edinburgh Fringe next year. And of course, that's why I'm talking with you here. And about Chinese literature, Romance of Three Kingdoms. In Chinese, we say 三国演义. Generally attributed to author Luo Guanzhong. Since its publication in the 40th century, it has been the most well-known historical novel in local and global Huarren communities, including Asia and Southeast Asia countries. For example, like Japan, Korea, Vietnam, Cambodia, and China. And Romance of the Three Kingdoms has been intensively adopted for film, manga, anime, video game, and contemporary literature. You can ask all the boys; they know the video games definitely. And the five tiger generals are the greatest warriors in the novel and may be seen as the ancient superheroes. Like I think that nowadays you can say that they like Hollywood Marvels. Five of them are Guan Yu, Zhang Fei, Zhao Yun, Ma Chao, and Huang Zhong. These five fighters are resourceful with outstanding military achievements. Most importantly, they are fearless, loyal, honest, and passionate. Although their physical extents faded away, but I think that their spirits, carried by the cultural legacy of Romance of the Three Kingdoms, still sustain in our lives and shape our values as we are being.
And so you mentioned all the other adaptations derived from that piece of literature.
Yes.
Does that mean, though, there have not been very many or any dance productions that use that, or have there been a few that you know of?
I think that for me, of course, they are not just for these 5 heroes, but like Guan Yu. Guan Yu is like famous from the past to prison. Like how do you say that? They can make it like a goddess. So as like police officer, gangster, we were kind of doing the ceremony for them from time to time. But according to my memories, I haven't maybe I haven't seen any choreography combine these 5 ancient heroes together. Usually, like just mention Guan Yu for the main characters, but in the history, actually, there is no how's that chapters make these 5 together. So I think it's very first. It might be the first time I put that 5 characters together on stage.
And you pack a lot into a 40-minute production.
Yes.
And one of the things I know that you also do, there are the dancers, but there's also a narrator.
Yes. Yes.
And so if you're doing this production in a country where they don't speak any form of Chinese language or Mandarin or et cetera, how do you deal with that text?
Firstly, to the Taiwanese Hokkien. I think it's kind of like it's kind of like fading away by times, especially for our generation. I think maybe in a decade, the language might be almost like 19% lost. So this time I'm kind of create a character named the Taiwanese narrator, just because I hope everybody can have the chance to experience this the beauty of this language. And also, I'm kind of prepare the script for every audience which who gonna participate with the performance. And also, I think that we will also prepare kind of like introduction before the show in a very short time, because I think maybe they can get the ideas in when you watch the performance. That would be that's the 2 ways I can imagine now.
And I'm curious, will you do that introduction sometimes yourself?
Yes, of course.
Of course. And I also like the idea that you talk about the sound of language, because I know for me, depending on how it's presented, I'm quite happy just to listen to words that I may not understand, because I'm hearing things, and there's also body language.
Yeah. Because I think for me, people really have the ability to sense the body language, even they don't really understand the language we speak. I have a very special experience when I went to the first opera play. I can really understand a word in Italian, and they don't have any subtitle of the play. But just when it came to the scene 3, just happily I cried, because the voice of the opera singer. So I do believe when even you don't know the sound, but when you feel the energy and the spirit that performance on stage, they really can show you the power of the strength to the audience. So let's wait and see.
Now, there's been a very good question about the title and what does that concept or notion of fighter mean to you and your performers in this present global society? And is the storyteller, the narrator part of the fighter, well, you do have that person in the co-creation. Everybody was creating this together, but how did you deal with the idea of fighters? What ideas were you looking for?
I think just because my dancer's background is so different. So when you like one of the performers named Coca-Cola, he's a very tough b-boy, and then sometimes I chat with him. He's kind of sharing his experience, his struggling experience with his family or his life, and also each of them has a different different situation when I have the idea of fighters. So I think as an artist or just as a human being, we have to fight every day, not just for the reality, maybe for the ideal life, or like sometimes fight with my parents, my partner, something like that. So you just keep fighting. I think like for us, we just keep fighting through the dance movement, so we can find out if we can dance. We sweat a lot. We spend a lot of time in the studio, in the rehearsal room. I think that's the way we fight. And I don't really expect some like how to say I don't expect like everybody I don't really expect something like not really like something deep, but I just want the audience feel the pure joy of dance. I think sometimes that give me the strength because you know how difficult it is. So I think that's why I made the fighters.
Well, and I take it that you are a fighter as well. Then obviously you've said that, but is there a difference between the fighting that people might embody in Taiwan and in other places?
I don't know. I don't mean like fight, but I mean the fight is the idea of fight. I would say it's kind of mentally and spiritual.
Yeah.
Because as a female artist, I feel myself fight always, not just for. I think it's very difficult for a female artist, not in Taiwan, maybe all over the world. I don't know, but sometimes I have to change my positions, like as a teacher, as a student, as a choreographer, as a dancer, artistic director. So many roles a day. That's I think I fight for this as well. So yeah.
What ideas or feelings do you want to inspire in those who watch fighters? Do you want them to get in touch with their own inner fighter, in the person that they are, that is striving for something or reaching for something?
I think because now the world is pretty messy, I hope who will be experiencing fighters may just, like I say, have the pure joy of dance and inspired by their strengths and energies, and of course a journey of Taiwanese cultural beauty of art, just as simple as that. Maybe
Yeah.
we can see the clip too.
Yes, let's go for it. Heroic clip 2. Welcome back. So, very good question has rolled in to us now from Théâtre Encore Collectif, also another French name. Curious about the collaboration with the set and lighting designer, especially in relation to the environment and the idea of fighters. So could you talk about the design, and also, are you looking at any environmental issues or environment of the stage? You want talk about your design and working with the designers, please.
I think actually, the first premiere we had in 2018 was happened in our, how to say, not garage, storage. How do you say that? Storage.
Storage area, storage.
Yeah. Storage for the big storage for the set of Weiving National Cultural Center. So to me, that will be more efficiency. Is the word? I mean, like safe. I have considered like save time, and I have to make it moveable. And also, we need the decoration. Also, can have the lighting effort at the same time. So I have this idea and kind of have this discussion with my set designer. So you will see the lighting tube with different shape. I think the idea came from the battlefield. The broken arrows. Is that the word, right?
Yeah.
Just as simple as that. And then also because I think that to me, usually I'm kind of have the inspiration from the venue as well. So when I went to the Wei Center, I think I just had this idea right away. And also, I hope this choreography have the ability to travel. So we can make it super complicated, but we can also make it super simple. So we can make it movable.
And you have, just like with the Monday school, you have indoor, outdoor versions ready for fighters.
Yeah, always take away. Take away show.
You mentioned that you premiered this in 2018. Approximately how many times has it been performed since then?
Go
ahead.
Like last year, we have been invited by the Creative Expo Taiwan, and the two very special experience. We perform in front of the Guan Gong. I mean, the main character. It's like goddess in the temple. We kind of celebrate his birthday. Outdoor performance and in front of the temple. It's quite interesting. It was super interesting actually, but we just canceled the tour to Hong Kong this summer, and planning to go to Vietnam next June. Then we straight to not straight after that, and we will pack then go to Edinburgh. Yes.
You've been there before, though, haven't you?
When I was super young.
How young? What age, maybe?
I remember. Oh my God, I have so many special experiences. I remember once I was there. There was a street artist he was a musician, play the drums, and he was super lonely because no one cared about him, and I think maybe he was super cute, so I decided to dance for him. Then we have like maybe 5 or 10 minutes perform together. And when I like suddenly I find out like there are a lot of people around us, and I have 100 pounds for that show performance from people.
Fantastic.
Yes, so I have good impression of Edinburgh.
And you're an improviser, obviously.
Yes, always.
So there's been some comments about gender, and the whole idea of female choreographers, and in many countries, or in some countries, I don't know the statistics, but often it's men who have more opportunities. How have you ever felt that divide? Have you had some obstacles due to gender, or have you had any lucky breaks that maybe throw all that gender stuff out the window?
It's a tough question.
Is there equal representation for female choreographers in Taiwan? In your opinion?
I'm not sure. But I believe good works can speak. So it doesn't matter to the genders. So I think maybe as a female artist, I have to try harder. And I think you mean like any lucky break?
Yeah, I mean, okay, we can put gender aside, but have you had some? Well, you had a lucky break meeting the drummer in Edinburgh. That was a short, quick, lucky break. But are there any other things that have come to you that were you were aware of how special it
Mhm.
was, an opportunity.
I think as a short and chubby dance artist, I'm probably a super lucky girl. And but I mean, I'm really lucky to have the chance to share all my fantasy, both as a dancer and as a choreographer, and especially in this moment, I'm really grateful for almost everything happening in my life. Especially, I'm kind of like I was a high school dance teacher before. I sang for the musical. I also sang rap, and I sang for the underground band. I dance in hip hop, street dance. Now I have wonderful partners in my company, and I have a very good husband. And so I got nothing to complain. I'm really cherish what I had now, but I have to say, it takes me a lot of strength to walk this far. But I think now it's kind of like I don't know why I feel I just start my new career from now. I don't know.
From
'Cause
today.
But I'm 40. It will be my first time to bring my choreography abroad.
Okay, great. I really, obviously I really hope Edinburgh is going to happen, the Fringe, in a more normal way, because it would be great fun to have you in that city for an entire month.
Okay.
So
I hope I can. I hope if I get a chance, I do want to. How to say? I do want to make Monday School of Edinburgh happen next summer.
Yes,
if I
I'm
can.
sure there is a possibility of that there. I can't believe it can't happen. It will happen.
Okay.
We're almost running out of time, but I just wondered briefly, what
Yes.
do you think your place or your role in Taiwan's dance ecology is, or maybe even global ecology? What is your role?
And when you mention about artists, I think it's very serious. Because my mom always says, an artist means people who with a messy room. So I'm trying very, very hard to avoid this situation in my life. Sometimes I don't really consider myself an artist. I'm an art lover. But I do feel good if I have the chance to inspire people, whether in life or in art. And I do want to be an advocate for dance as an art form and a way of life as well. A bridge between the people in the city and the arts around them. That's why we started Monday School on the street since 2015. And it's the very first time I introduced fighters to the international audience. I'm really excited. And then definitely we are also waiting for the international opportunities as well. So let's wait and see.
Okay. And last question, you've kind of worked toward this, but do you have any dreams in terms of what you want to make or how you want to function at optimum level as an artist? What dreams are going around inside you now, floating around?
Oh, as a person, my dream is quite little. I just want to eat well, sleep well. And I hope my team, or the one I love around me, have the same situation. They can have they can survive by art, and also also they can grow the inner power in their life by dancing. But to me, if I have one goal as an artist, I would say I just want the thing I do can make people's life better even in just mentally, or just I don't, or just encourage them have the power to uh, chase their dreams or something like that. That's the only thing I want to do.
I'm very touched by your words, by the way.
I just want to eat well, sleep well, and my dancers can survive in Taiwan.
So thank you for that. It's just lovely talking to you again, because now we've had several of these on-screen encounters. Always a pleasure. There has been a request, and I thought of this too. Would you, before we go, would you possibly do a little bit of Taiwanese rap for us?
Come on, it has been like 20 years ago. Just give me a
So,
break.
so
But
what?
no
Can we
worry.
just do a little bit?
I can. I think maybe I can practice when before I go to Edinburgh. So give me some time.
All right. I guess we will accept that answer, since you've been so wonderful and inspiring. So, audience, thank you for being with Nai-Hsuan or Sunny and me today. Again, this live recorded conversation is going to be repeated on Thursday, and then probably available for the rest of eternity, Sunny.
Okay.
Anyway, and later this week there will be webinars. This week's theme is cross-cultural collaboration in the context of live art. And on Wednesday, River Lynn will be the keynote speaker on Wednesday and Friday. Wednesday's session is cross-cultural translation and collaboration in the performing arts. And on Friday, the title of Friday's session is Live Art, Performance Exhibition, and Expanded Choreography. And I like that phrase because I don't know exactly what it means, but I guess Friday I will find out. So that's this week taken care of in terms of, there's your weekend planned, or your weekdays planned, audience. And then our final week will be next week of this monster marathon mammoth month-long Taiwan season online Symposium 2020. Thank you, Sheshe, everybody, for being here, but thank you especially you, Nai-Hsuan. Bye.
Thank you very much, Donna. Thank you very much.
My pleasure.